Hi, this is Mano from Mano on Money channel. I'll start with the disclaimer notice. I request everyone to pause this video for few seconds and read this completely to understand the risk involved. Okay, so I've just reviewed the entire trading that I did for week 1. Just to give a short glimpse on the purpose, I've set a goal for myself to earn 20k in the next 15 days. I started the journey on Monday. This is end of week 1. I just want to review my trade that I did for the entire week 1 and see where I stand in my goal. Okay, in total I've traded 6 trades for the entire 5 days. Let's review one by one, right from stock selection and what was my plan, whether it did whether if it did went as per my plan or it deviated and gave me a loss. Let's see what happened. The first one was TCS, which I traded on Monday. I my plan was like to enter go on short at this level, uh, where the price is forming a channel after a sort of downtrend, and I was expecting the price to react at this level and go to this mid of trend line. I took the trade here and I scratched on the same day for around 700 loss. But actually, if I had carried this overnight, uh, price actually went beyond the mid of trend line. But this is a very rare event because Nifty and Bank Nifty gapped down for some reason on Wednesday. That's the reason it had happened. In a normal circumstances, it would have reached my middle of trend line of this channel, which means it would have reached my target. But for this, I should have held this position for at least 2 days. My plan was to do intraday trading, so the move did not happen on the same day, so I closed the trade. This is trade 1. And my second trade, which I did on the same day. So what happened is, like, actually Colombia was moving in a channel like this. I was expecting the price to come here, react so that I can take a short opportunity. But once I closed the TCS position, I just scanned my stocks for the day. I found that price was coming to this level, which meant, I mean, it broke the bottom trend line of the channel and the price was coming down, and I expected the price to react at somewhere at this level. And it did happen. I took a position here and I closed it when I reached at this level for a profit of around 3k. Um, Actually, it would have reached somewhere here. Now the resistance after this level is here, and then it could have reacted at this level. So the normal area where it could reach is somewhere mid of this area, this green trend line. It actually happened on the same day. It reached the trend line, green trend line. If I had held the position to this moment here, I would have made additional 1 or 2 Ks, but that's fine. So 2 trades as of Monday. One actually did go to the target TCS, but it took its own time for 2 days. The second trade actually went to the target, but I closed the position somewhere at the mid of the area with a profit of around 3k. So at the end of Monday, I was doing good. And then access back. It was sort of an cup and handle pattern. And after breaking it, the price was going very fast to the level. And at this point, I expected the price to. I selected the stock here. I mean, on end of 12th September. On 13th September, I was expecting the price to react at this level and start consolidating. In mind, I was having two targets. I mean, price to come down to this level and fill this gap. And once it filled this gap, it would reach to this level. That was my plan. But definitely it wouldn't happen on the same day because the way it had moved, it won't give a V-shaped reversal. It would consolidate, fail, and then probably it might have fell down. Again, on that day, I was expecting the price to fill this gap, which it uh, happened on the trade day, that is 13th of September. It gapped up, and after failure, I thought the price would come and fill this gap, but it didn't happen on the same day. Again, I scratched it for a minor profit around 200 rupees. But the second day, it actually filled the gap, went up again, it got resisted. If I had held that position for 4 days, right till Thursday or Friday, I mean Friday, it would have reached my second target, that is at the base of this small consolidation which happened sometime earlier. So far, all three trades went to my target. Two trades I scratched it because it took more time to reach the levels, I mean the target levels. One trade it reached on the same day. Till now, even I am doing good. Okay, the other trade, Apollo Hospital. This is again a trend line breakout setup. I expect the price was coming down. I expected the price to react at this level, and just before the level it reacted. I took a trade here. I'll probably show it in the 5 minutes time frame where I took the trade. See, it reacted. It formed a sort of harami candle in 5 minutes time frame. This is when I decided to take the trade. I took the trade somewhere here at the bottom of the trend line, red zone. Price actually went up. It started consolidating at the top of the red zone. See, it is reacting. It is not closing below the top of the red zone. It closed, and it gave a major momentum. I thought, okay, price will go up. I thought price will go up and start filling this area to reach the target. But what happened is at the end of the fifth minute, the momentum got rejected and price got closed below the red zone. This is an indication probably price may not go up on the same day, but or the trade premise or selection is wrong. So I exited at this point for a minor loss. So in this one, the stock did not reach the target zone. My selection was wrong. And the next trade, it is HDFC Life. Okay, this one I usually select my stocks based on 30 minutes time frame. For this one, I think I went till 2 hours to form the trend line and decide. I mean, I thought somewhere around this is the first zone. I thought price would react at this level, and price would bounce back from the trend line. It is confluencing with the support zone and the trend line. So I thought I would take it here, but the stock selection happened in the higher time frame, not in the 30 minutes, which I usually do. So what happened on the day in the 5 minutes candle, 5 minutes time frame, at the end of 310, see, at top of the red zone itself, that is above this trend line, upper trend line which I have drawn, the price started showing a sort of reversal. So I took the trade around 320 on Wednesday, I think. I mean 14, yeah, Wednesday evening. Even I posted a video what we should do if the entry happens at the end of the market timing around 3:15 p.m. I'll probably give a link here in the description on the video how we should trade this setup. We should probably hedge it. You can go and watch the video what we should do. So I was expecting price to start above this red zone and reach this level. Okay, it did happen. See, on 15th September 9:15, price opened above the previous day close. It was marching above towards the green target, but I ended up making around 3k or 3.5k loss in this setup, even though it was moving in my favor. I'll tell you what the mistake I did. What had happened is, I saw this around 9:15, 9:30. Price was moving, and I saw this consolidation. I thought, okay, it would take some time consolidating here, and then it will break out. So what I did was, I set an alert here somewhere at a 585. That's the area I thought I will close this position. It made a high of 583.50, and I was expecting another 1 rupee or 1 rupee 50 pies so that I can close it in a good profit. At this time, it was making clock. My position was clocking around 2.5k to 3k profit. Since I edged it, I thought I should aim for another 500 or 1000 rupees so that when I close it, I can close around 3k. I'll tell you why this, because if you edge it, you'll have to close two positions. So whatever you see on the screen as P&L, it won't be when you actually close the position. It will be a bit less than that. So I was expecting some profit around 3.5 to clock on my screen so that I can close it. At the end, I will make a 3k profit. So I set alert here, and I set a alert here. Anything could happen, right? Price could reverse as well. So I went and continued with my regular work. And after some time, when I came and saw price was trading here, and after some 15-20 minutes time, so it started to reverse. So first thing, first mistake I did, probably this could act as a resistance. Price may not go. I assume price would consolidate here and go up. What I should have done is I should have closed here itself instead of waiting till this point. Um, it was a nice consolidation for a longer time. So the possibility of or probability of price reaching here is very less. The second thing, when I noticed the price coming strongly reversing and coming to the entry area, I should have closed here for a break even at this point. I I what I did was I planned like price might reverse from here and start to go up from this trend line. So I decided to wait to see how the price reacts at this level. So price reject came below the higher time frame trend line. That is the trend line which I draw at the 2 hour time frame. It immediately went above it. So my assumption got stronger. I thought, okay, price would reverse and come here. So what I did was I still had this alert, and now I set an alert here. So if price goes and above closes here near my target, I will close for a profit. But if it invalidates and goes below it, I would probably close it. So it traded above the trend line for some time. Again, I was continuing with my work. I didn't watch the screen. And actually, when the reversal happened, I didn't saw this. I didn't know what was happening. It could have been at some barrier, or it could have been some barrier. Anything could have been. But I was not watching the screen. I was out for a personal work. So when I got the alert at this point, I could not react immediately. Uh, I heard the sound. I thought it could be either a stop loss alert or a target alert for HDFC Life. After some time, I just saw it. It was at the stop loss. So the price was trading around some barrier. So I immediately closed the position. Uh, we need to accept this. I mean, it made an attempt, gave a small momentum to reach the target, but it could not sustain it and immediately reverse. So we need to accept the fact. But I did two mistakes here. I by seeing this sort of resistance and even this closure, I mean, it formed a wick, showing an indication that it could not break it at the way went above for the 10 minutes, it should have broken it clearly. And even the consolidation did not happen, it reversed. So I could have either closed it at this candle, or even after reversal, I should have closed it at this point. So I shouldn't have made 3K loss here. I should have closed it for break even, which would have been an ideal way of trading it. I went completely wrong in trade management here. I know I'll be stuck in my personal work. So with the way things are reversing, I shouldn't have held this position um, before knowing that I will be occupied with some other work. So this is not the way that trade management should have been done. We should always try to protect our capital instead of making profit. So I completely messed up with trade management here. This is a clear lesson which I should be taking it forward for the next 2 weeks if I have to make it uh, success in my goal one. So my lesson would have should be, if the price after reaching somewhere close to the target, if it reverses strongly, exit for a break even. Scratch the trade. We'll look for another opportunity. That's fine. Okay. So this is a trade where I made a great loss here around 3K, and finally I took Hindustan Unilever. Again, this is a cascading effect. Again, I scratched this trade for around 700 or 750 loss, but it finally went to the target. I'll tell you what happened. So I was expecting price to react at the channel somewhere around this year. I selected the stock here at the end of 14 September. 15 September, it was nearing my red zone of the channel bottom trend line. What happened on 16 September morning itself, it touched the red zone and reached the target. But we'll not be able to take this position at this point. See the 5 minutes candle, it opened. This movement would have happened in the first minutes itself, or max the first 3 minutes, where we will not be able to take any position. So after that, what had happened is, right, I expected the price to come here and then react, but I want to see how it reaches the level. So I set an alert somewhere here, somewhere at this mid of red zone. I set the alert and went with my work. So what happened, I got the alert somewhere here at 1 o'clock. I saw the movement. See this up movement which had happened in the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and to reach the red zone from this zone, it took almost 9 to 1 o'clock, 4 hours or three and a half hours roughly. So it was not a drastic reversal. The price was sort of moving very sluggish, very slow movement. If this happens, the possibility of reversal is high. So I was waiting for some confirmation. So what happened is, at this level, see at this point, it touched the red zone, bottom of the red zone. Immediately it formed a bullish engulfing. So what I did, I took the position here. My plan was to wait till somewhere this area or this area where I can close for a profit. My plan was to close for 1500 profit. I think I took it for in options. I took the position for 58 rupees. I was waiting for the position to come around 61 or 63 so that I can close it for the. I think the lot size was 300 for instance. I was planning to close for 1200 or 1500 profit. What had happened is it took support at the bottom of trend line. It went up. It went down drastically. At this candle, I was waiting for the price to close below the red zone so that I could scratch the trade. It actually went uh, at the end of the almost probably 20-30 seconds before it scratched the trade. But what had happened is, right, the price did not close below the red zone. From there, it went actually up towards my target. So I scratched the position for 700 or 750 loss, but it went to my planned target of 1500 to 1600 profit. The reason probably could have been I made a huge loss in Hindustan Unilever, and I don't want another loss. Uh, I scratched it, but then, yeah, at the end, actually, I made close to 1K loss here. Again, this is a, and this I would not say trade management. My trade management was correct. Uh, I exited, I scratched it, but the cascading effect of the previous trade loss, right? That I should not allow it to happen because this trade is a fresh trade. A big profit in the previous trade or a big loss in the previous trade should not affect this. I should have waited for the price to close below this level and exited. Here, I did not wait till the end of fifth minute candle. I exited before it. Probably my that fear factor was there in my mind, which I should not be doing it. I should trade. I should actually treat every trade as a single trade, and I should not have a cascading effect of the previous trade's loss or win. So, in nutshell, right? I mean, I've just I'll show you what the loss I've made. I think I'm sitting around 3K loss at the end of week one, which is not actually a very good sign. I'm actually in a big trouble in terms of reaching my goal one at the end of September. My plan is to make 20K, but I am sitting at 3K loss at the end of week one, which means I mean in the next 2 weeks I should make at least 10K to 12K every week to reach this level. Is it possible? Let's see that. I mean, one thing, the most important thing, almost all the stocks, right? Whatever I selected, the planned targets, whichever I kept in mind before taking the entry, right, it is happening. Uh, for few cases like Hindustan Unilever, Coal India, it happened on the same day. For TCS, Axis Bank, HDFC Life, close to the target. For three of the stocks, it happened on the next day or 2 days. So it actually, for almost out of the six stocks, five stocks it reached the target, either to the target or close to the target. So my stock selection is good. Only thing on the trade management part, in terms of exiting the trades, I should be very careful. So the first rule, I mean, the rule which I have already said, I mean, if the price reverses from close to the target towards the entry, I should exit at the entry level. I should actually scratch the trade. I should not hold that position. So that one mistake which I did on Thursday morning, it had a cascading effect on trading on the Hindustan Unilever as well. So I'm sitting on a 3K loss here. So my stock selections are good. So making 10K is possible. Uh, very tough, I would say, but still, if I execute my trades correctly, uh, I should be able to do it. The only thing, I mean, out of six trades, three trades, I should hold it actually for 1 or 2 days. Then I'll be making the profits. Let's see if I have to hedge it and hold it. For that, I need a separate capital or another account. I mean, I always have two accounts. If I start to hedge it, I'll do it in a separate account so that I can review the performance for each of the things separately. So, say for instance, I mean, HDFC Life, if I had exited with a break even, right? Let's see the scenario here. I mean, this, if I had exited for no profit, no loss. And I would probably say, let me assume if I have entered at the entry level for 100 rupees loss, and if I traded it correctly for Hindustan Unilever, I would have made, instead of making 3.3K profit, I made 3.2K loss, which is because of this one simple trade where I should have exited properly. So this is the correction is only on the trade management side, on not on the stock selection side. Stock selection I am doing good, so I'll stick to my stock selection. Only correction probably the Apollo Hospital. I think I selected it on 2 hour time frame instead of 30 minutes time frame. So I'll avoid this mistake as well. I'll stick to my 30 minutes time frame to select the stocks, and I'll exit if the stock reverses from the target levels towards the entry level for a break even. This is the two corrections which I'll make immediately, and I'll aim for 10k minimum for next 2 weeks every week so that I can reach the targets. Let's see if this happens. I think it's possible. Uh, it's a similar scenario, right? I mean, even in a cricket match, in the first initial overs itself, 2 or 3 wickets will fall, but our target is to win the match. How do you pace the match for the next remaining overs will make you as a winner. Let's see. I mean, let's forget that I have made loss. Let's alone remember why I made the loss. Now I have set a rule for not repeating that mistake. Let's see if I can implement it. That's it for this week one review for my goal one. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Happy trading for the next 2 weeks.